to my fashion cover baby. Tonight, whilst Elena sleeps, I'm going to make up a batch of turkey bolognese for her. She's already had this before and she did enjoy it. The very first time I gave it to her, she looked a little bit confused with a new taste, a new flavour, but I combined this with a little bit of baby pasta and she absolutely loves it. So it's quick, it's easy, it's a good way to introduce her to meats and proteins and also to new flavours. We've got a bit of garlic in there and some mixed herbs too. So without further ado, let's jump in and show you what you're going to need. These first turkey bolognese are a few key ingredients that you will need. You'll need obviously turkey mince. I'm going to use 500 grams of turkey mince and this will make 8 to 10 baby portions or 2 adult portions in a baby portion. You'll also need about 500 ml of baby stock. This is a vegetable stock cube and it is for babies, specifically for babies, so very, very low salt. Or you can also just use water, or you can make your own vegetable stock by boiling vegetables. You'll need 1 tin of chopped tomatoes, just make sure that there's only tomatoes in there. You'll need 1 clove of garlic. I'm just going to cut off the skin and I'm going to put the garlic in whole so that I can remove it, so that you get a hint of the flavour for the baby to try a new flavour, but it's not too strong, it's a lot milder when it's just done whole and then removed at the end so no one gets a nasty surprise. And finally you will need chopped vegetables. So we're going to use the basic bolognese base of carrot, celery and onion. So 1 carrot, 1 stick of celery, 1 onion. I've just topped and tailed the carrot, given it a good wash, same with the celery, and the onion I've removed the outer harder layer of skin and chopped it in half. I've also used half a courgette here, so this is your opportunity to add any vegetables that you like. This trio of vegetables, the carrot, the celery and the onion, is the classic bolognese base, whether you're making it for a baby or for yourself. At this point you can pack in as many vegetables as you want into your baby's food, so I'm going to use a half a courgette that I had left over in the fridge, and if I had some tomatoes I would add them too, although we do have some chopped tomatoes here. But anything you like, anything goes. You'll be pureeing it all anyway, so your baby will be getting all of the nutrients. And all I've done with these vegetables is after I've prepped them, I've added a drizzle of olive oil onto them and some mixed herbs just for flavour. I've not added any salt or pepper because I'm using this for my baby. I'm going to put these vegetables into the oven to roast for around 40 to 45 minutes and they'll need to be at about 180 degrees, so quite a hot oven. When they come out, the onion will be lovely and caramelised and the vegetables will be nice and soft and with a lovely flavour. So my veggies are roasting away nicely. They've been on for about 20 minutes already, so I'm going to leave them on for a bit longer. And in the meantime, I've put my pan on a low heat and I've just added the garlic in there. I have a glug of olive oil in the pan and I've just added that whole clove of garlic. I'm going to just keep moving it around, let it sizzle until it goes a nice golden brown, but don't let it burn or you will get a bitter taste. Once that's gone a nice golden brown, I'll add my turkey mince and start to cook that through as well. It's been cooking for just a couple of minutes and you can already see the difference between this pink raw turkey here and this nice white turkey. So just keep breaking all of the turkey up and moving it around, and once everything's this colour then you're ready to move on to the next step of the recipe. You can see my turkey mince is now white the whole way through, so now ready to add my tinned tomatoes and my stock. I'm going to add about 3/4 of my stock first and let that boil down before I add the rest, just so that it's not too wet. However, the turkey is quite dry, so chances are you will need all of that 500 ml of stock. Add the chopped tomatoes and 3/4 of my vegetable stock to the turkey mince. I'm just going to turn up the heat now and I'm going to bring that to the boil, and as soon as it comes to a boil I'm going to drop it right down to a simmer and leave it on to simmer for about 20 minutes. And I am going to check it and see if we need any more of that stock added as the liquid starts to disappear. But overall it'll probably need about 30 minutes. The turkey mince doesn't need quite as long to simmer away as beef mince would, which would usually need about an hour. But probably 30 to 40 minutes will be perfect for this turkey mince. So it's just about to come to a boil now. So that is my bolognese starting to boil away, so I'm going to drop it right down to a simmer and let that simmer away for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes I'll come back and give it a good stir and see if it needs any more stock adding. At that point I will also take my roasted vegetables out and let them cool, and whilst they're cooling the turkey mince will boil away for another 20 minutes or so on a simmer, and Then I will whiz up my roasted vegetables and add them to the bolognese. As my vegetables out of the oven, they've been roasting for 45 minutes and they're all really tender. Even the carrot is really easy to cut through. So I'm just going to let this cool whilst my bolognese continues to bubble away. That's been cooking for about 20 minutes and it's got another 20 minutes or so to go to soak up all that liquid. At the moment I haven't added any of that extra stock, and at the moment it doesn't look like I'm going to need to, but I'm going to let that simmer away for another 20 minutes and then I'll come back and check it. They're all nicely pureed and my turkey has been soaking up the water. It's now nicely soaked up the water. Now is the time to remove that garlic. I'm just going to take that out. And I'm going to add my vegetables to my turkey and stir it through. So that's your turkey bolognese all finished and ready for your baby to eat. At the moment this is a little too lumpy for Elena, so I'm going to whiz some of it up. But this would be absolutely fine for me and my husband to eat. So I've got some pasta on for me and my hubby, and we've got some baby pasta on for Elena. This is just tiny baby pasta from Boots. You can use any small pasta. I think any small pasta is called pastini, so any kind of pasta like that will do. You can also whiz it up if you need to. If your baby is younger, you can also whiz it up. I'm actually going to keep it whole for Elena. I am going to whiz up her portion of the turkey a little more, just to make it a little bit more finely milled, but I am going to keep her pasta whole. I'm going to keep her pasta whole so she's got something to chew on. Ready? Is that yummy? Do you like turkey bolognese?